given in and gone into tune. So can I welcome the Carrivick Sisters, who come all the way from Wiltshire. The Carrivick Sisters. For goodness sake, come on, quicker and louder. You're getting the idea now.
I was out in the country one beautiful night. I spied a fair maiden, my heart's delight. She was handsome and true, warm-hearted and fair, a widow's own daughter, a widow's own heir. And when I reached home, the old lady in bed, in hearing us talking, she raised her head. "Who's there?" cried she. I told her my name, "A courting your daughter, on purpose I came." My daughter, my daughter, my daughter," cried she, "do you think that my daughter can go before me? And isn't it strange that a girl so young can have all the sweethearts and I can have none? I know you're a widow whose pockets are large. I know you're a widow who has a great charge. Oh, widow," cried she, "you scorn my name." She up with a broomstick and at me she came. I flew to the door to escape in the night. The doors and the windows were all fast quite tight. The first thing I knew was a rap on the head that sent me reeling in under the bed. And when I reached out, the old lady was there. She hit me another on the head with a chair. "Oh, murder," cried I, and flew to the door. And then the old woman, she hit me once more. She hit me, she kicked me, till last I got clear. I jumped on my horse and home I did steer. And when I reached home, all bloody and sore, there never was a fellow thrown up so before. Young men, be warned by me, a widow's lone daughter never go to sea. For sure as you do, you'll meet your doom and carry the marks of the widow's old broom.
Of traditional ones. We're going to do one of our own now. We like to write a lot of story songs. This is a story that comes from a road near us. The road is called Sally in the Woods, and we thought that must have a story behind it. So we looked it up, and there are a few theories as to why it became known as Sally in the Woods. Some of them involve a ghost story, so we like that one. So this is a song based on a few squashed together versions of the ghost story, but it's apparently haunted by a lady named Sally, and she had her baby taken away from her for some reason. We're not quite sure why. She was not very happy about it, obviously, and was put away to die in a tower, and subsequently haunts the road near the tower, and jumps out in front of men when they're driving home at night to scare them off the road. So this is Sally in the Woods.
Long dark hair all down her back, the road winds down a narrow track. Sally in the woods. Moonlight falls mostly on her, something not quite off this earth. Sally in the woods. Drive slow, keep your eyes on the road. Drive slow, keep your eyes on the lookout for Sally in the woods. Sorrow fills her searching eyes, mourning for a missing child. Sally is newborn babe torn from her breast, her poor soul can never rest. Sally is drive slow, keep your eyes on the road. Drive slow, keep your eyes on the lookout for Sally in the Many men have lost their lives, which takes them by surprise. Sally in the woods. So be careful how you go, but you never know. Sally in the woods. Drive slow, keep your eyes on the road. Drive slow, keep your eyes on the lookout for Sally in the woods.
Thanks very much. Well, there's a gorge in France, the Gorge du Fier in the French Alps, and Laura was there a few years ago doing her best job of translating the information board. Now, it's been a good few years since we were learning French at school, so I'm a little bit doubtful as to the accuracy of the translation. It may not be entirely there, but the story that Laura got from it was too good to be true in terms of people who like to write folkish type songs. Sort of a classic love square, I suppose you could call it. And it involves a lord and lady who are married, but the husband paid her no interest whatsoever, and she was just assigned a page boy who was her only friend, who also happened to be a little bit in love with her. Anyway, one day whilst walking through the woods, they met a knight in armour, and so obviously she instantly fell in love with him. The jealous page boy goes and tells the husband, and it all goes wrong from there. So we thought this is perfect. And Yeah, this is the gorge.
I can hear these awful screams. It's you, sweet patient, haunts my dreams. Night again I watch you fall. Each day I'm more come to. Husband never cared for me, and he won't ever set me free. I never meant to be untrue, and he'd not know word not for you. Stay and walk through beach and pine. Sweet hair filled my head like wine, till one day we met at night. For us it was love at first sight. I can hear these awful screams. It's you, sweet pain that haunts my dreams. Night again I watch you fall. Each day I'm up on to weeks went by and all was well, but you would fall me to hell. I told my husband jealous page and sparked in him a burning rage. He wrote to strike my true love down. My knight just turned his horse around. Away they ran towards the gorge. You took the tail of his great horse. I can hear these awful screams. It's you, sweet face that haunts my dreams. Night again I watch you fall. Each day I'm up on to. Never saw a jump so long. You clung so tight but were not strong. The way he ran us down you fell. Now I'm dying inside. I can hear these awful screams. It's you, sweet face that haunts my dreams. Night again I watch you fall. Each day I'm up on to.
Thanks. This is a song that we wrote about the house. Completely made up story. Could be true, but that would just be pure coincidence. It was a house in Snowdonia that we drove past, and I love houses. I'm a big fan of Rightmove, as I know many people are. Spend many hours on Rightmove. Not interested in moving houses. I just like looking at them. My favourite thing about looking at houses on Rightmove is not looking at the pictures. I like to look at the floor plan. I like the layouts, the different layouts of houses. And this one, it looked like it would probably have quite an interesting layout, maybe a less common floor plan. And it had the date above the door, which is what sparked my interest in it. It looked like quite a nice house in a way, but also sort of had a bit of a sad feeling about it. So the date above the door was 1912, and we thought that perhaps the sad feeling in the house was because perhaps the family had built this house as their dream house, and they'd just finished it in 1912, and they had a couple of happy years, and then war broke out, and perhaps the man of the house had gone off to war and hadn't made it back, and everything had gone wrong for them, and therefore the house now felt a bit sad. So totally made up, but this is our story to go with that house, and it's called 1912 House.
There's a house that sits up high, its panes reflect the darkening sky. Dates its proud above the door, but no one lives there anymore. Briefly it was a happy home, a peaceful mountain on their road. Summer reached from bathed with light in winter fires for warm night. Inch by inch, stone by stone, built by strength of human hands. Those that built it are long gone. Love was hit high, but still it stands. Faces families used were through. His friends signed up, but he stayed on. He could not leave his wife and son. Inch by inch, stone by stone, built by strength of human hands. Those that built it are gone. Love lost it high, but still it stands. To fight. 2 years he had lost that right. In fear he clung on to his gun, but could not shoot nor could he run. So he never did come home. She couldn't manage on her own. Dates its proud above the door, but no one lives there anymore. Inch by inch, stone by stone, built by strength of human hands. Those that built it are long gone. Love lost it hard, but still it stands.
Thank you. We wrote this next song for it's for a church service, I guess effectively a funeral. There's a friend of ours is a very good documentary filmmaker, and he was making a series of short documentaries on how various faith groups deal with environmental issues. And the Christian element of that was being filmed in a church near to us, and he wanted some music. So he got in touch with us. And the service was effectively a funeral for every plant and animal that's gone extinct in the last 100 years. Now it's a very, very long list. They were reading them all out and tolling the bell for each one. And we thought that, that's tragic. It's just an awfully sad service. And we thought, we know some sad songs, but nothing quite that sad. And so we asked if we could write something that would be appropriate. We kind of, although we don't really play much of it as a duo because it kind of wants a full band sound, our main influence is bluegrass, and bluegrass songs, the sad ones are really fast and the fast ones are really sad, and it just, nothing quite fitted well, so we thought we'll write something. So this is it, it's called Already Gone. It has a hopeful end though, because we're not very good at being wholly negative.
For too long you've been Though the scars will always be over there, remember me, for the desert needs to see. I was the last of my kind. How I wish I was. For too long you've been mine. Another name on the list of those already.
Right, we got any Patsy Cline fans here today? Yes, good. We're going to play one of her songs. Well, she didn't write it, but she played this one. It's the most wonderfully shallow love song. This is called I Love You, Honey. Guitar swap. Makes you look fancy. Charlotte thinks it makes her look fancy to have a guitar swap. Does she look fancy? Yeah. I am fancy. Isn't that something Robin once said to you? Yeah, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and sometimes I can't remember the situation in which she said it, but she just sort of flounced into the room, and she said, "I are fancy." Down in Dallas, near the palace, I met a boy who was so cute. I loved his hugging, I loved his kissing, as he sat in his little red coupe. He said, "Tell me confidentially, how much do you love me?" Well, I thought a while, and then I smiled, and this is what I told him, don't you see? I love you, honey, I love you, money, I love your automobile, I love you, baby, I don't mean baby. You're the sweetest thing on wheels. I love your kisses, I wouldn't miss it, no matter how I feel. I love you, honey, I love your money, most of all I love your automobile. Down in Dallas, near the palace, I met a boy who was so cute. I loved his hugging, I loved his kissing, as we sat in his little red coupe. He said, "Tell me confidentially, how much do you love me?" Well, I thought a while, and then I smiled, and this is what I told him, don't you see? I love you, honey, I love you, money, I love your automobile, I love you, baby, I don't mean baby. You're the sweetest thing on wheels. I love your kisses, I wouldn't miss it, no matter how I feel. I love you, honey, I love you, money, most of all I love your automobile. I love you, honey, I love your money, most of all I love your automobile. Going to have another instrument swap now. So fancy. Going to get the mandolin out, so I better think of something to say because it's got a lot of strings and it's not going to be in tune. No chance. So, in case you missed it, we're the Carrivick Sisters. Yeah, it's lovely to be here today in the sunshine. We checked the forecast and we weren't expecting. Well, we saw it was sunny, but we weren't expecting it so lovely and warm. I didn't bring my sun cream or my hat. So it's nice to be on this shady stage. What else should I say? We've got CDs. I don't know where we're going to be selling them, but probably somewhere over there at the end, if that's okay with the festival. Yeah. Did everyone enjoy the band before us? We loved that. Yeah. Yeah, we want to be in that band instead of this one. That sounded really fun. This is a tune of Charlotte's, and she wrote it for her son, named it after what he'd been up to that day. He spent the day with his grandparents, and they gave Charlotte a little rundown of everything he'd been up to. He was 2 at the time, I think, 2 or 3, and the main activity, and a less desirable activity, was digging up the rose bush. Nearly about 3 years have passed, and he'd still be digging up the rose bush today, wouldn't he? Well, it's probably what he's up to right now. Maybe. Well, yeah, I think Ron might not do that anymore, but we got a whippet puppy last year, and now he digs up my rose bush instead. We've been enjoying a good bit of dog spotting while we've been here today. There's some good ones about. If anyone has any that would like to come and meet us afterwards, we would like to meet all of your dogs, especially any sight hounds. Yeah, there was a little fawn whippet with a pink collar and harness, wasn't there? She's around. We liked her. We sat and watched her from a coffee shop window for a good while. It's digging up the rose bush. We are normal. Going to play a song Laura wrote for her 2 daughters now. Their birthdays are in December and February, and Laura looked up the corresponding flowerness, Victorian flowerness. There's a proper word for it, and I can't remember what it is. She discovered that their associated flowers were primrose and narcissus. And anyway, she was looking out at the garden one day from her sitting room window, avoiding the mess in the living room and looking out at what's nice outside. She noticed that both primroses and narcissus were flowering at the same time in the garden, and that was the inspiration for this song. It's called Primrose and Narcissus.
In the spring, out my window, I watch it grow, just like my children, it's fast and slow. Look away for a minute, and nature's gone. we planted in the earth. I guided your tiny hand as you worked, and with great joy I watched them bloom. So I recall that version of you. Primrose and narcissus, sweet little sisters, sunshine yellow bright as the winter blue. I love and tend you, all the weather bends you. Primrose and narcissus make you thrive. In first shoes down the garden path, I see a daffodil, and you grasp it with the same little fingers that a year ago held my heart for the first time and never let go. Primrose and narcissus, sweet little sisters, sunshine yellow bright winter blues. I love and tend you, while the weather bends you. Primrose and narcissus make you thrive. I love and tend you, while the weather bends you. Primrose and narcissus make you thrive.
A song that I got from one of my favourite old-time fiddle players now. I really like listening to scratchy recordings of fiddle players. Not to everybody's taste, but there's some charm in it. And one of the less scratchy ones actually that I particularly like is Clyde Davenport, who is he's still alive, or he was last time I checked, but maybe not. Fiddle player from Kentucky, Clyde Davenport, and this is a song he did called Lazy John.
Down the road, her eyes are crooked and her legs are bowed, but she sure is a lot of fun. Why don't you go with Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get your day's work all done? You're in the shade out in the sun. Why don't you go with Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get the day's work all done? You're in the shade now in the sun. Why don't you go away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get the day's work all done? You're in the shade now in the sun. Why don't you go away, Lazy John?
We're going to do a Gillian Welch song for you now. This is one called Dear Someone. I've been listening to a lot of her latest album recently, mostly because it's the only. I've just come back from a lovely holiday in the caravan, but the only CD we remembered to pack for the CD player, and it was Gillian Welch's latest album. Could have been a lot worse. This is not off that one. It's called Dear Someone.
I wanna go and start living free. I know that there's somebody who is waiting for me. I'll build a boat steady and true as soon as it's time. I'm going to sail along in the dreams of my dear someone. One little star smiling tonight knows where you are. Say, little star, steady and bright, to guide me afar. Rush, little wind, over the deep. For now I begin. Hurry and take me straight into the arms of my dear someone. Hurry and take me straight into the arms of my dear someone.
Thanks. We've got time to squeeze in one more for you. It's been so lovely playing for you. You've been a fantastic audience. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the festival this weekend. We're going to stick around for a little bit to sell some CDs and maybe find a pasty to eat while we watch Martin Harley next. But for a bit. And yeah, so it's been brilliant to be here. Thanks to Tim on the sound and to everyone here at the festival for having us. I think that table looks like, is that the table for CDs? Yes, thank you. We'll be by that table for a little bit afterwards. It'd be lovely to meet you, even if you don't want to buy anything. We're quite friendly, particularly, as we say, if you have a dog to show us, that would be lovely. Thanks. This is one called Today is a Good Day, and we usually do it as our sing-along number. I'm not quite sure why. It's the worst possible choice. It's got loads of words, it's really fast, and it's got a yodelling section. But we can't yodel either, assuming most of you might all be fantastic yodelers, but I'm just on sort of average population, probably not. But you're above average population, obviously. So it's got a yodeling section. It's really more of a sort of a screech. So if you could at least shout something over the top of that, that would be, even if it's get off the stage, that would be brilliant. This is called Today is a Good Day. It helps if you've had lots of beer or cider, or quite early in the day, but it is a folk festival, so they're surrounded by pubs. Yeah. 2, 3.
Today will be a good day. I decided when I won't wear jeans with holes in. Gonna act like I'm not broke. I'll look to the back of the sun will shine, but the sky is grey, and the birds will sing good lady, and I'll smile at everyone I meet, just today and say good day. I'll take out my best china and polish my silver pot, filled with leaves from China, the best ones that I've got. The cakes are in the oven, I'll decorate the tops with silver bowls and sugar flowers, and some with chocolate drops. And the sun will shine, though the sky is grey, and the birds will sing good lady, and I'll smile at everyone I meet, just today and say good day. I spread a rug in the garden underneath the apple tree, and in my mind there are blossoms, even though it's January. My bare arms should be freezing, 'cause the rain is falling heavily, but I'll pretend it's summer, and the weather's heavenly. And the sun will shine, though the sky is grey, and the birds will sing good lady, and I'll smile at everyone I meet, 'cause today is a good day. And the sun will shine, though the sky is grey, and the birds will sing good lady, and I'll smile at everyone I meet, 'cause today is a good day. Yes, today is a good day.
The Carrivick Sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for them. Can we get one more out of them? What a fantastic sound. One more, we want one more. Quick one, girls.
I had a shout for banjo. Oh no. Yeah, because I was going to play dobro, but my pick's just snapped in half. Oh no, okay, alright, banjo it is. It's a sign the universe does not want dobro. It's the time where people start to love banjos. Woo! Actually, banjos are nice. They do receive a lot of hatred, mostly because they're always out of tune. This is currently out of tune, but I can guarantee it's probably not as out of tune as my mandolin. But somehow, banjos get all the stick, and mandolins somehow scrape through. And also, the best thing about a banjo, or at least an open back banjo, is you can keep a little friend in it. Would you like to meet my little friend? This is Boulder, the prairie dog. He's there for tone. This is a traditional tune called Belle of Lexington.
short